All right, if we're going to hang out and talk about leadership, in the heart of a leader, you always got to talk about conflict. Now, conflict is different than problem solving because not all problems involve people. Sometimes problem solving is a task or an idea, but all conflicts involve people. Whether it's inwardly, you have a conflict with yourself, or you have a conflict with someone else, a team member, another leader, a parent, a friend. The heart of a great leader knows how to work through conflict. And if you're going to lead on our team, you've got to know how to do it. So I would love to sit down and just chat and talk about conflict, because really conflict is a lot like a puzzle. I mean, you've got pieces that are all made up and you're trying to make it all work together. I love to do puzzles. It's a challenge. And I think conflict is very similar to that. A lot of times it's a challenge. You talk to this person this way, but yet this piece is totally different, and you've got to try to figure out how to convey the same message. Or maybe it's a totally different problem, and you're trying to figure out how to work through and solve and to get through to that team member or that friend. But here is what I like to teach about conflict. Conflict resolution at the heart of that is truly about making the other person better. That's it. So when you go in and you want to work through an issue with someone, you've got to stop and check yourself and say, hey, am I truly about to make this person better? Or am I walking in and I'm just trying to prove a point? I want to be right. They were wrong. And that's how we're going to solve this thing. That's not conflict resolution. That's you got something off your chest. But conflict resolution is I truly, legitimately care about you and I want to make you better. Chick-fil-A has a thing. They have a lot of acronyms, acrostics. It says CFA, current, future. There's a gap there, so the A is action plan. And a lot of times when there's a conflict, we're currently in a relationship. There's a future desired state of where I want that relationship to be, and I've got to create a plan to close that gap and to make it better. So what are some practical steps that you can do to make those relationships better? But when you coach, there's something that I want you to know. I want you to walk in with the thought that my job is to seek first to understand, then be understood. It comes from Stephen Covey's 7 Practices of Highly Effective People. If you walk in and you desire to understand what is going on before you want to be understood, then that helps it so much more. It's not always easy. I didn't say conflict resolution is easy, but at the heart of a leader, your desire is to make that person better. I also want to say sometimes we just have to help people process information. Sometimes conflict resolution is they just need someone to listen. Hey, what's going on? So a great leader who is resolving conflict, ask great questions. We need to ask more questions instead of make more statements. Not, hey, this is how I feel. I felt like you did this, and kind of accusing. But yet, hey, how did you feel today? Or if it felt like this, am I right? What's going on? Is there more? Tell me more. Great questions allow people to open up. So my challenge to you today is there's a conflict in your life, inside the restaurant, outside the restaurant, that you need to work through. Because ultimately, we want to be people who are people of peace. We want to promote peace, and we want to try to make people better.